What is up, Bearded Nation? Allek from Bearded Collectibles here, coming to you with our episode. What episode is this? 17, right?
Is it really? I think it's like 12 or something.
No, dude. For our three listeners, all three of them that are out there, I do appreciate you guys tuning in. As always, like I said, this is Allek from Bearded Collectibles. Across from me right now, I have Tony.
What's up, guys?
And we're coming to you today to bring you some Dragon Ball Z content. Because, no one talks about Final Fantasy. Even though it just came out.
I hate you, dude. Just so you know.
Well, I mean, Max is...
I'm going to drop out of Dragon Ball ARG just to play Final Fantasy to spite you.
Oh, yeah. Go get some Magnet points.
Oh, yeah. Magnet points. We did it. Where are those even?
I have no idea. You know who you can ask for that. So, I don't know. But supposedly Max is supposed to be starting up a Final Fantasy podcast, which I was thinking about starting up one as well, but the thing is, I mean, who would want to hear Khalid talk for 30 hours about...
Say, yo.
No, he's balls deep into Final Fantasy.
Yeah, well, I like Khalid, but my problem with him is that he is very this works, that doesn't, and he won't even try to hear the other side of it. We built monsters without going too deep into Final Fantasy, and he built a list and I built a list. My list is better. Yeah. Because it runs lightning and he doesn't.
Well, you know how he is. It is what it is. He'll soon realize the truth.
What I like about it, he will try it.
By the way, this is episode 17. What did I say earlier? 16 or 17?
You said 17.
17, so I was right.
Android 17. So that means the next one's better.
I mean, yeah.
And has boobs.
Oh, geez. We took it there, huh?
I've been watching Dragon Ball Z Abridged.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, and I'm right at the part where...
Before we continue, guys, don't forget to subscribe to our Facebook page. We built it. You guys can ask questions there. We keep forgetting to mention it on the podcast, but it's for you guys. It's for you guys to easily communicate with us quickly, easy. Just want to interrupt Tony because, like I said, we almost forgot it yet again.
And also to share it with your friends. Like and share.
We're
those guys now.
I guess so. I mean...
Before I get into this, we're going to like and share my page, guys.
But go ahead. Well, I'm sorry. What were we talking about, our bridge?
Yeah, I'm at the part where the cell just absorbed 18 and it's hilarious. If you guys haven't watched it, you like Dragon Ball, check out Dragon Ball Z Abridged. Also, the Broly thing, if you haven't watched it, that we already mentioned.
Dende!
Yeah, give him the Dende.
That's all it is. Who
makes that? SSJ9K makes the Broly movie. That's... quality.
So, talking of which, quality, I guess I'm supposed to get the keys for the new store on the 8th, which is this Friday.
It's coming Friday. That's less than a week.
Holy... You
can't leave cards next to me, so keep looking at them.
Well, stop looking at them.
But so
holy shit, yes, they're Final Fantasy cards. Yes, they're good card stock. Yes, they're shiny. How many people actually play? Anyways...
One's here.
Tony just flicked me off with both hands, if you guys were wondering. So the new store, right? New store is going to be 3 to 4 times bigger than where I'm currently at.
Well, it's also got a better use of space because we're like an L-shaped.
Yeah, I know, but because I have between the stream room and a table, there's my storage area, my back room per se. So that's where that's at. So yeah, so it is L-shaped to an extent. But we're able to use a few extra spaces that I don't really pay for. But I'm excited about the new store. There's so much work, Tony, we got to put into the new store.
So much.
Lay down floors. Now I found out we got to paint. So I was supposed to get the keys originally on the 15th. And then she snuck it on me saying, oh, yeah, you can paint if you want. I'm like, I can paint. You told me that you guys were going to paint. And you guys told me you guys were going to put the ceiling tiles up. No, that's easy to do. You guys can do that. Okay. I'm only the keys on the 8th. Paint and me don't mix well if I inhale it too much.
We should purposely paint it bad. Not bad, but So the store we're in now is black. They painted the store black, and we just never painted it.
Well, because the guy gave me such a great deal. He's like, I can give it to you as is for X. And I was like, deal. Sure, I'm going to be pointing the posters up anyway, so not like it matters.
I actually kind of like it. All the contrast, all the stuff in here.
I mean, it makes the posters pop, especially those Dragon Ball posters I have.
And these magic posters in the stream room.
Yeah, I mean, it makes it pop. So
maybe that's something to consider. Not the whole thing. Plus, card players are gross. And it's a lot easier to, hide black stuff than it is. Plus, it'll be easier to cover up all the stuff on the walls there.
I don't know. Well, one side, so the place I'm going to, it used to be like one of those, I don't know if they're popping up in your local area, but in our area, they were popping up left and right. One of those teams / they lock you in a room and you have to figure out how to get out of there. Literally,
Escape game. It's called an escape game.
Well, I mean, I was explaining to people, I was getting to that. And it's literally called It's a Trap, or it was called It's a Trap.
Which was kind of, to me, like a sign. But, you know.
So I'm also getting a custom sign built and made to have Bearded Collectibles on the outside, either my logo or just a name Bearded Collectibles. I don't know just yet. The guy's working on that. But they asked me what I want to do with that sign, and I was like, I want to keep it. I want to put it up in the store with Almar Akbar and just have it there. And he's like, do you want us to put a plug on it so you can just plug it in? And I said, fuck yes.
That's an option? Yeah.
Yes.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, so I can mount it, have it inside. So inside, that's my plan, is to have that logo in there with Almar Akbar.
You know, to throw it back to those guys too.
And then my original logo with Roshi on it, and just hang that up as well.
Yeah, I want to probably hang out near the stream room. I want it to be somewhere where we can have it and use it when we do content.
Agreed, but I mean, it's going to be difficult because remember, so the place I'm getting is literally 4 walls with 2 bathrooms, right? There's no back room, there's no secret space per se, and Tony and I were talking about what we need to do to get the store ready. We got to put floors down, which we found, carpet tiles. We need a paint, but not really, I guess. Paint to me is kind of optional at the moment.
We got to look at it again.
Yeah,
we weren't really looking at that specifically when we were there.
Yeah. So that, and then technically build a back room. And we were toying with the idea about building a back room. Something that just pops into my head. Why don't we just section off that part with like display cases, and then unfortunately have to put up some curtain bullshit. I don't know. It just.
But we'll talk about that later. That's not what these guys want to hear about right now.
Oh, maybe they do. So
maybe they do.
The issue is that Tony and I were talking about us doing it, putting up walls and stuff. But we need permits. Even if there's no electrical stuff, which I thought you didn't need permits.
That's the same thought I had.
But no.
It's not even going all the way up to the top.
Yep.
It's not going to the ceiling.
It was not originally planned. So I'm calling around trying to get price quotes. If it's not cheap, which I'm pretty sure it's not, probably not going to do it. Might have to do the display case section off.
We got to find somebody that knows. So there's got to be some kind of loophole that we can build it and get away with it. Got to be.
I don't know. Inflatable.
That's kind of like what I was thinking about with the hat. Yeah, inflatable. There you go. I don't know.
So, yeah, guys, excited. Expect bigger tournaments, bigger turnouts, because currently there's certain people that don't like to come to Bearded because they say it's too small.
I can honestly,
I see their point. Yeah, 100% see the point. But if it wasn't for people who come here who are dedicated players, there would be no opportunity to move to a bigger store. So
right, but it's kind of like a fish only gets as big as his bowl.
I agree. This place did its course, and now it's cramped, and I have no place to put current items. So bigger place is going to be awesome for that. So we will see. Tournaments.
We'll start doing like big tournaments too.
Bigger tournaments, and then
I mean like a big monthly, like a 1K or something.
Yes, man, I can't wait for that. You know what else I can't wait for? January 28th?
I don't know what that is.
Dragon Ball Fighter Z.
Oh god.
Dude, raging hard on. Let me tell you.
Doesn't matter, dude. Nothing matters to me after today.
Why? What's after
we
today?
We have both the Mega Man announcements today.
Oh, you want to talk about that?
There's not really anything to talk about. Everybody should know already.
I mean, they probably don't know.
I mean, they announced Mega Man 11 on all platforms, and then which is a new game, and then they're going to re-release 1 through 8 Mega Man X, which has never been re-released to my knowledge in a good way, except on the PlayStation. There was a crappy one, but whatever. On all platforms also.
Yeah. So you're excited for that?
I'm super excited for that.
Fantastic. Anything else?
Why do you got to be a dick?
Because I mean, not a big fan of Mega Man. I like him, just not a big fan.
Whatever, dude. Move on.
Okay.
You just pissed me off today.
Jeez, how about you go play some L5R?
How about I do?
So, guys, over the weekend we had ARG Hartford, right? It was streamed originally by Dusty, and then a topic of conversation came up was that ARG forced Dusty to stream on their channel and then put it behind a paywall. So, to see replays of this, of ARG, you have to subscribe to them, which some people were saying, oh, if you have Amazon Prime, you can use that for free and subscribe to them. I don't think these should be under a paywall. I don't think they should be behind a paywall. How do you feel about that?
I don't like it, but I see why it's a thing. I see people that would pay for it. I mean, ARG is a business. They're trying to make money.
I don't disagree with you. But we're trying to get maximum exposures. I mean, is there any Magic content like this? Like if Channel Fireball does something...
You can't compare it to Magic, because Magic is just like if there was a tidal wave and it was made of dollar bills, that would be Magic.
Well, I mean,
I
can't compare Dragon Ball to Final Fantasy, so...
Dude, I'm about to knock your shit on the floor. I'm so done with you right now.
I mean, I'm being real. Like, what can you compare Dragon Ball to right now?
I mean, I don't know.
From a size
it's new. It's new. I can't think of a game that's blown up like this new. I mean, I wasn't around when Magic was new. I played it for a long time, but like... Well,
from what I...
was like 8. Well, no. 8, I was like 4.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, and Pansy didn't explode the way this did. The people coming in, it's amazing. Some people are their first TCG. Some people used to play Pansy. Some people are still playing that game called Meta X.
That game is played?
Meta Cross.
Did it ever... Seconds that ever come out?
I think so. No idea.
You know it's bad when a card store owner doesn't know.
I have no...
So everyone that played Pansy, or just about everyone, refused to play it because they abruptly ended the game, and some of the business choices really made us angry, especially like the promos that came out right at the end of the game in the special packs.
Yep.
For a card that was super played.
Yep.
Which they never did. It was always like shitty promos. So that was really like sketchy to me.
Well, are you talking about the stuff they did at GameStop?
Maybe it was GameStop. It was like the last promo pack they made.
For $10, you get a promo in 3 packs.
Yeah.
Yep. It's funny because on Black Friday I went out and I still saw one on the shelf.
Yeah, me too. I was like, cool, it's staying right there, I bet.
Yeah.
On clearance, like $4.
It wasn't even on clearance at the one at Waterford.
Oh my god.
I know, it's ridiculous. But I understand from a business standpoint they want to generate revenue. I don't feel like they should be holding that hostage.
No, I agree. Because the game is still so new. I feel like it should be, like you said, out there, maximum exposure. There's a lot of people who don't even know this is a game right now.
That's true. I have people come in probably every other day because there's a poster.
Dragon Ball's a game now? Oh.
Yeah. Or I used to play Score Z. Can I use those cards? No, you cannot.
Thankfully.
Hey, it's by Bandai. Can I play some of those Bandai cards? I'm like, no, get out of my store.
I want to post that picture that I took. Did you see the picture I posted with the 2 Gokus?
Which one? Oh, no.
So I played the Dragon Ball game for Bandai, the first one that was literally a Naruto clone.
Oh, from the Waking Rage one?
Yeah, and I sent a copy or a picture, because I was going through my old stuff, and I had found the Awakening Rage Goku. There was an identical card art in the other set, and I posted them next to each other. I'm going to post it now on the live posting. Live posting. It'll be a spoiler for whoever sees the Facebook announcement.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead and post that on there. So another thing about ARG Orlando, right? 219 players registered. When was this posted? This can't be right. I guess 219 players registered. So it's big because... I'm sorry. That's Orlando. Sorry, I was... for whatever reason, I can't see the numbers for Hartford. I know they were posted by Jim, owner of ARG. Know where they're at now. I know that Bandai was there, so they were from what I heard, they're very impressed with the turnout, with the size. I'm happy that they're seeing that because Dragon Ball is life. Like, no one can say Final Fantasy is life.
Dude.
No, stop! Don't touch my cards.
You're fucking far now.
Well, at least Khalid supposedly listens to the podcast. Maybe he'll give me a lot of shit next time he stops in. So. But all the regionals for ARG are selling out pretty quick, guys. You need to be the first 200 to get guaranteed promos. If they get more than 200, you have to top 32, I believe, to get promos. But you get a pretty cool looking playmat. It's flip, so that's one thing. 219, I guess 7 hours ago, Jim posted that the Orlando players have registered. I'm excited, can't wait. Team Bearded, this is our home. This right here, we're going to defend our house, right? We have so many strong players here at Team Bearded. Unfortunately, one of the sponsor players, Matthew Combs, cannot make it down to ARG Orlando.
Unacceptable.
I know. Well, he said it was cheaper for him to go to, I guess, Virginia, right, than down here, which is totally understandable. Unless that's like a high-profile game, high-profile person for a high-profile game, I can't really justify spending the money to bring somebody down when it's coming down to Orlando, where we have the amount of caliber of players right here that couldn't make it to Hartford. I wish we could have made it to Hartford, but most people don't want to travel for ARG. But after seeing like some of the promos, the items that occurred, they're potentially willing to do that. And Tony just showed me the picture that he finally found. Yes, looks.
Posted it.
Oh, posted it. Fantastic. So, judge promos, Tony. I know that we always talk about promos. It seems like almost every podcast.
We do.
Those judge promos on a different foil look pretty cool, pretty sick.
I've heard. I haven't actually physically seen one. But it's cool, I guess. Making it more accessible. And they're all like good ones too, right? It was Gohan, Super Saiyan 3 Goku,
Black, and the new Frieza.
So everything but Frieza is like the best.
So if you want one of these promos, they're about $180. Tony just shook his head in disappointment.
I mean, they're judge promos. I can't even get mad. When you look at the Magic judge promos, they're out of control. But at the same time, they're not exclusives. Even though they're not really exclusives because there's other promo versions of it.
Sure.
Alt-arts, man. It's all it needs to be.
It's funny because every time I submit a tournament report, every time that I submit a survey, by the way, if your store has not submitted the survey, today, as the recording of this, it's the last day, so it will come out on the 5th. The last day is to submit the surveys, whereas the 4th, so your store is late and probably can't do that and get a point. We get points when we submit surveys. I don't know what they're for. They said it is for bigger regionals or for us to host bigger things. Sure, they haven't said anything else about that. But the judge promos, the items that I just feel like, so every time I submit something, I always tell them create a master set, I just repeat it over and over again so they know and it just sticks.
I think it's really good for the health of the game if there was a way to just, even if they were like crappy art, bland, no foil, that way you can get them.
Every 2 sets create a master set, or every 3 sets create a master set with all the previous promos. Foil them out. Sensu beans, foil out all the perfect guards. Foil out certain cards. Who wouldn't want a full Mafuba? Who wouldn't want a full of that?
I want a Mafuba with Roshi on it instead of Trunks.
Can you imagine an alt art full Roshi?
Or Tien with the rice pot?
Yes. You know how sick? Guys, I don't like foils, but I'm actually starting to collect foils for this game. Because, really, there's no other option.
Yeah,
but
right.
but with set 3, there's going to be foils and non-foil. But I feel like they're missing out on an opportunity if they don't do this. And I've been telling my point of contact at Bandai, been telling them. Hopefully they listen. It goes back to what you said last week about us. A company's not going to dump $2 million to a card game without getting facts first. And these regionals are really helping them understand, wow, people are actually playing this.
Yeah. It's Dragon Ball. And it came at such a good time because I heard a lot of other card games that our players are coming into are having real issues with like ban list, rotations, games dying.
Which game is dying?
Dude, I'm about to tell this podcast shit. I'm done with you.
What are you talking about, Tony? Oh, Final Fantasy? Maybe?
Why'd you open 2 cases if it's dying?
I open more than 2 cases, but because I need to sell singles. I need to pay that extra rent for the bigger store. So
maybe you should probably post these then, so leave them here.
Oh, they're all posted up online. Thank you very much.
Maybe we should pull some orders then instead of dicking around talking about Final Fantasy. Anyway.
So Judge promo. So again, this should have been Altars. It should have been something because it's just.
I'm done talking about promos.
Yeah, I mean, I know how much you love talking about promos.
Beating a dead horse at this point.
Well, but I mean, we're going to talk about promos again in our next topic.
Is it a better one than this one?
Draft boxes.
Oh, that's not really a promo.
Well, they're considered promos to leaders.
It's fine. Those aren't that hard to get. You can do a draft. You can trade your friends. If you buy a draft box, you literally have 3 leaders that you can trade to get the other ones. It's not that bad.
So correct. So draft boxes are being shipped out to me, I believe, tomorrow, and it's 1-day ship, so I should have them by Wednesday. I'm probably gonna do a record like breaking up a case, because a case comes with 4 draft boxes. And I'm telling you guys this right now, if you listen to the podcast, mark my words, if there's not one of each leader in those 4 draft boxes that come in a case, seal case, there's going to be, I want to say, either a riot or you got to buy these quick because the prices are only going to go up.
I don't know. It depends how many there are.
What do you mean?
Like, if it's a million of them, nobody cares. And, like, what sucks about these leaders, I think they're all good.
Well, going back to the million thing, how many stores actually order as much as I do for Dragon Ball?
That's also true.
Some stores I know in the area only ordered 10. I order a shit ton more than 10.
More than 10.
So it's going to be a bigger thing when somebody's like, hey, I need to buy one. Okay, well, here's my stack. Pick one. You know, and
also bring your friends, do a draft. That'll be fun.
Yes, because, I mean, drafts are super fun way to get somebody into the game. They get cards.
It also lets you get away from, like, sometimes your deck. I only have one deck. I'm focusing on one deck right now because of ARG coming up in 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Damn.
I know. Which, unfortunately, are all I want to say people are still testing here locally in Orlando, but the draft leaders have put a wrench into our testing.
I mean, I guess, but you could also proxy, like, and it's really just a leader versus a mess of new cards.
No, I agree. Which
But what does suck is you don't get those games in tournaments. You don't get game after game after game.
Exactly.
I feel like they shouldn't be legal for this ARG.
Well, unfortunately,
They are.
They're legal day release. So, Friday night I'm gonna be doing draft box after, I guess, the regular tournament. Or if people want to do draft box night, we can. I know Saturday I'm gonna be doing some draft boxes after the regular tournament.
I'll probably do one on Saturday. Gilly's one of the leaders.
Yeah, like I said, hopefully they come one of each.
I'm
and
seriously considering running either the new Goku or the new Vegeta ARG.
So it's funny that you mentioned that, right? Because somebody told me that the new Vegeta is garbage compared to the blue one.
They're different cards. It's apples and oranges. They do different things.
I agree with you. I feel like the ability to discard a card and gain crit, right?
And 5K.
And 5K. So not only do you gain crit, you discard a card, so you're pretty much almost playing a Sense of Being for free without the untap feature, right? And you can do this late game versus the crit portion on Vegeta, on Blue Vegeta. You can't do that late game because if you're down to 1 life, you can't do it.
So playing, like, old Vegeta right now in the meta is so scary to me because Bobbity, Ghost Tanks,
yes,
in general, cooler. Like, it might not be the top deck, but you got to consider it being a deck when you go to play an ARG, when you play 200 plus players.
In best of 3.
In best of 3. Like, I can't justify paying life right now. Even if it's just because of Ghost Tanks.
I agree with you.
Ghost Tanks, if you can't answer him, like if you tap out and he plays Ghost Tanks, and you don't have a bunch of 5Ks, he can kill you from full life.
Yes.
Like from 8.
Yes.
Which you already paid 4 to flip yourself.
Yep.
It's just so, like set 1, he's great. I'm not saying he's awful. It's just, I don't want to be paying life.
Yeah, it's not the meta to be playing life. It's also not the meta to be, I want to say, using old leaders to an extent.
I mean, I don't know. The Ginyu deck's really strong. Vegeta's not awful, like I'm saying. He's not awful.
Well, I take it back because our untapped Q decks are pretty strong.
And then Broly's like still doing things.
Is he though?
We have 2 guys. irrelevant.
I just never been a fan of the Broly engine.
I don't like it, but I also have a real hard time playing against them, so I don't know what to tell you.
Fair. Go ahead.
You see Coombs' deck that he just did a deck tech on the one he played at Connecticut?
Yeah, I've known about it.
Yeah, I didn't like it. I'm not saying it's bad. It's just I don't like just slamming my hand down trying to win.
Well, I mean, it's a ramp deck, right? Because he needs to ramp. So
no, it's a play Weeks on turn 3 deck. That's what it is.
Like so, in our chat, in our local chat here, we were talking about how this is like the objection meta, right? Objection is such a strong card right now.
Because it's bad.
Yes, because it's bad. The whole ramp right now is pretty much feels like who can get to 5 or 6 first, and who can draw that Bobbity, or who can pull off some of these sick combos that needs to, or who can top deck that promo Black Joyful Strike to pretty much untap 6. Like it just feels objection right now like it's crazy, guys. Again, I guess this is our bearded market watch. Like objection was before set 2 came out. Objection was like a 20-cent card. Right now, last time I checked, it's like a $3 card.
Uncommon or common?
I believe he's in common. Here's me checking it up right here. Objection right now. Yeah, he's a common. $3 card. $3 card, moderately played. Near mint, $3.17.
That's not really much of a difference.
No, it's not.
Anyway.
But here's to show you that, guys, when we talk about a card like on the podcast,
Go Tanks.
Because we I don't want to say we, I guess, fortune tellers, I guess, but just kind of take us up on our word that if you don't have a playset, it's probably a good idea to go get a playset. And honestly, if you didn't have a playset of Go Tanks,
that's your own damn fault at this point.
I don't know why you didn't. And we've been talking about the card forever. And objection right now is crazy that it's a $3 card now. It's crazy.
You know what feels bad? Cold Bloodlusting. Ugh. When I Cold Bloodlust, my Go Tanks just messes up my whole turn.
Well, I mean, so Cold Bloodlust, right? Like with the new Frieza, you gotta pay life, right? To
yeah, but you can't play around it anymore. You just have to play into it. You can't be like, oh, he doesn't have yellow this turn, I could do it. No, he absolutely can.
Yeah.
So you just gotta play into it. You gotta burn up his Cold Bloodlust. You gotta outplay. Not outplay. You have to overplay whatever he's trying to do.
Well, you have to bait him into it, right? You have to, if you want to play your Go Tanks, maybe play something else that's, if you're trying to go, with playing it.
Because then if you do that and they don't take the bait, you're still trying to bait it out. You still have Go Tanks. You just play Go Tanks, either has it or doesn't. You can't strategize against the Frieza. You can't be like, wait for him to tap all his yellow. There's nothing you can do. If he has it, he has it.
And it's interesting because now he's another card that can evolve without needing like results or anything because he can do it to himself.
But do you have to be playing an event to trigger him? I don't remember exactly how he's worded.
I believe you do.
You can't just pay a life to pay a life. Also, what's insane about him is I'm pretty sure it's not once per turn. So if you have 4 events in your opening hand, you can just be flip.
Oh my god.
So anyway, everyone's hyping up this Frieza, right? I don't think he's bad. But you got to consider what his power is versus other people. This is why I like Untap Goku so much. The longer the game goes on, the stronger my power gets.
When you activate an extra card, you
have to activate it.
But it's not once per turn.
It's not once per turn. I knew it wasn't once per turn. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Well, so wait. So remember, we've talked about this before, right? So he drops it by 1, but if the mandatory is yellow, he still got to pay that yellow.
On the front. No, unless it becomes 0 cost.
On the front. So on the back... It
reduces it by 2 unless it becomes 0 cost, then you can play it for free.
Actually, you may activate this card without paying the specified cost on both of them.
Yeah, but it has to go to 0.
Yeah.
So we looked at the one card, I don't remember what it was, doesn't matter, it costs double yellow.
Yep.
On front side of Frieza, that doesn't do anything.
Yep.
You still activate to take the life, but it doesn't reduce the cost.
Yep. So, Frieza. Should we just build a Frieza deck just for shits and giggles and probably have like a...
Honestly, like... I don't know, man. I don't know. I think I'll just play Ginyu instead. If I was to do that. Because for one thing, if I don't have an event, I can't take life. So it's not a 4-turn timer until I flip. I have to physically be playing. I'm not going to Crusher Ball your 1, 2, or 3 drops.
Is it color restricted?
Is what color restricted?
No, it's not.
Okay, I'm not going to Zenzu Bean your 1, 2, or 3 costs. I might objection early. Sure. I'll pay a life to objection for 1 less.
Interesting. It's not color restricted.
It's not. But like you can play Cabba's Awakening that costs 0 anyway and just take a life to take a life.
Yeah. That's a card we haven't seen in a while.
Which is weird to me.
Because 0 cost, it's a 6k buff.
It's almost a 10k. Like it beats 5ks, but it loses the 10k still.
Why haven't we seen that card?
I don't know. There's a lot of good cards right now. Maybe it's not really worth playing. But it's almost like having an extra 10Ks for 0.
Yeah, because it forces your opponent to
go even further, yeah.
So that's interesting. So, yeah, I'm just excited about these draft boxes, man. I'm excited to see what comes out from them. Actually, you know what? One of the things I'm excited about? Actually seeing the actual box in front of me. Because, what's the perfect example? Like the Final Fantasy box over there that I got with Cloud on it. I'm wondering if it's that quality or if it's just like a flimsy box.
What, the draft box?
Yeah, I'm assuming it's a good quality box of that Final Fantasy one that I have up there because it's Bandai. Like they when Bandai ships their cases, they are in great boxes that literally I save them because those are great things to ship stuff in. Because Bandai originally, from the beginning, is still a toy company, so they know how to ship their stuff.
Yeah, because people don't want broken toys.
Yeah.
Or bent cards.
Correct. So, ARG Orlando, Tony. 217 players, I guess 7 hours ago. Right? Is that what I said? 217? 217? 219. 219 players have signed up for that one. Las Vegas, 247. Richmond, 121. Indy, 148. Charlotte, 38.
When's Charlotte, though?
I don't know. We might have to go to Charlotte. I got
North Carolina?
I got family in Charlotte.
We can do that drive in a day.
I know we can, but do you want to? That's the issue. I know I don't.
Well, that made that easy.
I mean, I could always fly there. I got family there.
Anyway.
So, what are you feeling for ARG Orlando? Like, I know we talked about a few decks off stream, offline. Right now you are playing. Dude, is it okay for me to say?
Okay.
Right now you're playing blue green untapped coup.
Since the start, that's not true. It was Vegeta first.
And I'm playing blue red untapped coup. How are these decks different? I guess, right?
My deck is really grindy. I also built my deck really different than a lot of other lists that I've seen. I'm playing a lot of counterplays. I'm running...
Which I do like that in your deck.
In the main board, I'm running obviously the 4 Whis Coercions and 2 Mafubas. That's not obvious. The 4 Whis is the obvious part. But then past those 6 negates I already have, I'm running 3 Raging Attacker Vegetas and 2 of the... they call him Negate Goku here, or Negate Ku. I can't remember his name right now because it's like a mile long.
The Dash Pack one?
No. He says 4 for 20,000 when he enters play or counterplay, negate an attack. You can also discard 2 Saiyans from your hand, which my entire deck is Saiyans.
If you're at 3 or less.
If you're at 3 or less. To play him for 1 blue.
Yep, somebody, I'm not going to call out their names, Castle, tried to do that on Saturday, and I told him that he couldn't. He didn't understand why until I pointed it out to him.
So was anybody playing that card before I started playing it? Like, seriously? I don't know.
I haven't seen it.
I'm going to play a body during your turn. Then he's going to... you have to deal with this, and I stopped your attack. That's why I like Raging Attacker Vegeta in set 1. And then right now, Raging Attacker Vegeta seems so good to me just because of Kale.
Yes.
I mean, there's a lot more targets. I can go off on a huge list, but Kale, Gohan, Beerus,
Well, it's funny because Raging Tide Vegeta, I remember, was a sub. It's still a sub dollar card. It went up to 2. Now it's down to 57 cents.
So this card
It's a rare.
destroys 3-color Ginyu because it has like 2 cards that are above 4 cost. It literally negates and gives you 20k double strike for 4.
Yep.
Like you attack in, they counter with a Frieza, you're like, okay, pass.
I just don't understand why I haven't seen this card more.
Because it costs 4 and you have to pass your turn. There's been turns where I pass and they know I'm going to play it, so they just don't attack. They can just play and not attack.
Fair, but most people don't know that.
You only trap so many times.
I don't know, man.
But the reason I like it in my deck is because I didn't give up my turn. I played stuff and still have 4 mana.
Determined Striker Super Saiyan Blue Son Goku.
That's the counter one.
He's a 4-drop. Sub dollar card as well. Down to 21 cents.
I need to buy some because I borrowed 4 and I have to return them.
Who'd you borrow 4 from?
2 from Lindsay and 2 from Raul. So I can just keep Raul's, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, how's Raul going to get his stuff, right? He's banned, so it's not like it matters.
Oh man.
Unfortunately, I might have to give him a shirt for Bearded. I know he's gonna play part of that trash deck Samasu.
That's why I'm putting Zenos on my side.
I gotta work on my sideboard for ARG.
You're putting Zenos on your side too.
Well, yeah, I mean it's pretty like so. My deck, right, is pretty much red battle cards with some blue, 1 green battle card, which is to blow up the Goten blow up one.
Blow your face off,
Yeah. Speaking of which, that guy keeps showing up and leaving. I don't know where he's at.
That's fine.
And
Nobody cares.
and one of the packages that I don't know. I've been seeing some deck lists and stuff. Why is no one running like if you're running red? Why aren't you running? What's his name? When Gotenks and Trunks, Mighty Mask. How come people are not running Max?
So your leader has to either be green or has to be blue, or you can't run it because it's only worth it because you can sacrifice if you're blue for the untapped mana Trunks, or if you're green, it's your perfect guard.
Yep.
But if you're yellow or whatever the other color is,
red.
Sure, red. There's no real reason to search. You're getting a shitty card and then go 10.
No, just wondering, like in current builds, like so, I use that one to pretty much the whole thing is for me to swing once. If the damage gets through, fine, pop them, and I get 2 cards to my hand. The blue Trunks that untaps, and then the Gotenks that pay 1 and blow up a 3 or less, which is pretty nice move. If that thing can get 1, get us, go in for a poke of damage, fantastic.
And if not, you still get 2 guys in your hand.
Exactly. The card is phenomenal. I like it. I like that package.
I saw that package from Fishman. He used it in one of his decks. And I was like, I like that. He used it with a green leader, so he was getting the perfect guard, which is insane. But getting the Trunks isn't bad either. They're both Trunks. The one that untaps.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah, you mentioned that. So the green. So what was he running? Green red?
I think he was playing 3-color. Green, red, blue.
Ooh.
Or maybe I don't know. It was a deck a while ago. It was really innovative. I liked it, but I really like the Mighty Mask package because like that fills out my early turns.
Yes.
And like worst case, now you know what you're putting as your energy next turn.
Yeah, I mean that's strong to be able to always look for a perfect guard.
Well, right now too, a lot of decks play like the yellow decks are playing that 20k blocker. I will go 10 that dude so fast.
Oh, that he can't attack unless Big Getty stars out?
Yeah, which nobody cares. A 20k blocker.
Yep.
And then Android 16 is also a great target.
Yes.
The Piccolo blocker who nerfs your hand size.
Or I will admit the one that you said I shouldn't get, the promo Android 17.
I mean, sometimes you got to.
Such a target out there.
I mean, I don't care about him because my deck is literally just cards that kill things. But I could see decks that don't have that ability just be like, fuck.
And they wait, sure.
I would always play him, like, I would attack, you go to the 4, like, oh, I'm going to awaken, and then you play him and keep attacking.
Yep.
But that's, whatever. I don't think that card's that good. It's a really rough spot to fill. His battle stats aren't very good. It's his effect that you're playing for.
I know. I mean, you're really playing with an Android to get that -1.
Sure.
on the casting cost, and then the +5 if
I
you're
feel like
4 or
he's
less.
irrelevant in other decks if you're not reducing his cost.
Yep. So one of the things I wanted to talk about, actually, because we were here at the shop, we were watching the ARG Hartford match. A lot of interesting things occurred. One of the things I never really thought of or, done is like when you're facing Cell, obviously, if you're facing Cell and you're the androids, obviously you don't want to awaken at 6, because then if they go all the way up to the, if they go all the way up with the Union,
Lose your hand.
you lose your hand, right? So, if you go down to 4, you don't awaken until it's your turn, then you can attack, awaken, do all your stuff. There's a pretty cool things that I learned watching those streams. I want to give a shout out to Dusty. He did a great job. I liked all the graphics and the commentary and stuff. I do feel like he needs somebody else kind of to interact with.
Yeah, watching one guy talk is a little like you can only go so far by yourself.
Agreed. I think on day 2 I got into the shop late, and I think they had somebody else on there as well talking with Dusty, helping him out. So overall, great. I would like to see Dusty probably here in Orlando. But guys, if you want to apply for the broadcaster stream portion, Jim did open up those items, and you can just email whatever email they contained for that, to be fair to everybody, to see if there's maybe somebody else who wants to do it. But yeah, shout out to Dusty for doing that. One of the other things was interesting was how they ruled the finals, right? Did you see the finals?
No, I was working a lot this week.
So it was Vegeta versus Cell, right? And in the finals, you come to find out that the Vegeta player only put 7 life down. And they did like 3 turns, I guess 1, 2, 3, no one attacked. And before the Cell drew, I guess on his 3rd turn, he noticed that he was already at 6. He's like, how are you at 6? You only took 1 turn. So Cell started, Vegeta, then Cell again, and then it ruled as a game loss for the Vegeta. And finals.
So life is really serious in this game.
All I'm saying, guys, going forward, I know early on here, at Bearded, there's people that have been super casual about that, saying, hey, I forgot to put my life down, whatever. It's a game loss. I'm going to try to keep things consistent with how ARG is doing their rulings, because we're training for ARG.
Time chamber, gravity, machine,
everything. I'm happy that we were able to keep, or I guess we were able to steal a championship. South Florida team was able to steal a championship and keep it down here in Florida. All I'm saying is the Florida championship, we're going to keep it in Florida. I'd
rather be us, but if it's not us, it needs to be the other Florida team.
Sure.
Just has to be.
Or somebody. Just somebody in Florida has to.
It has to be a Floridian. It doesn't have to be a team.
Yeah, no, it has to be somebody in Florida to take it, because
we're fucking crazy.
Dude, in Pansy, has there ever been, in Pansy, was there ever a Florida regional that was not taken by Floridian? I don't remember.
I thought it was really cool that the last regionals we all got to go to as a group, our 1st and 2nd place players were here. They were our locals.
Yeah. Good times, man. We used to rent out the whole house, Airbnb, hookers and blow.
Mostly hookers.
Dude, that was sick. The last time we went down to Miami for that regional, that the Airbnb was stocked. The fridge was stocked full of liquor, full of drinks. I call the woman who rented us the condo and stuff. Like, did you leave this stuff here? Like, what do you want us to do with it? And she said, if it's there, it's fair game. That was a good time.
What do we remember of it?
Oh, I remember hookers and blow. No, just kidding, guys.
I remember that I should not have listened and played Yamcha. I should have known, because it was fucking Yamcha.
Yeah. Toro, I love you, but I can't believe you paired up the 2 Orlando players. The only 2 players that were playing TN. Really, Toro. Anyways, neither here nor there.
Should have played Goku.
Yeah, should have. But here's Orlando, Tony. I'm excited. Can't wait. Guys, I have Team Bearded has been established. Matthew Combs is part of that. There's also a few other locals here that are part of that as well. If you're if you're wanting to know how to apply, how to join the team, you do not have to be a local to the Central Florida area. You just have to have some TCG experience. You can apply by just sending me all the information to jointeambearded@gmail.com. You provide all the information, I will review it, reply back to you. I've received probably 30 submissions that people want to join. I'm going through them. Bear with me, guys. It's crazy. I guess we need to start being serious about this, right?
Sounds like it.
Yeah, I mean, Team Bearded. We're gonna be there. We're gonna still need to get those shirts in.
Right, time.
Nah, I can have those things overnight. It's gonna cost a penny, but.
Do they have nice shirts or is it just t-shirts?
What do you mean,
like a collared shirt or a polo?
They don't have polos. I don't want to do polos.
I want button down.
They don't have button downs.
Bitches. Like a bowling shirt? I don't know. Whatever.
Bowling shirt?
You know what a bowling shirt is?
I know what a bowling shirt, but that was more of a question, like a surprise. Like, you want a bowling shirt?
They look good when they're not actually bowling shirts.
I guess. I'll give you a hoodie. How about that?
We live in Florida, so I can wear it for 3 days out of the year. Now I'm just being asked. Back to you.
Yeah, I know. Jeez. Tony, with that said, do you got anything else for this podcast?
I think we covered everything.
When is your boy going to do that intro and outro song for us?
Yeah, I got somebody working on it. He's got a couple ideas. We want to do an intro because we feel like at this point we kind of need one. We've been doing so many of these.
I mean, for our 3 listeners, yes. It'll be great.
How many listeners do we actually have?
4.
And you're 2 of them.
Yes. Also, I have no idea. It says, there's 20 people that follow us on Podbean. Our podcast has been downloaded over 1,000 times.
It's pretty good.
That's crazy. I didn't even think about that. 16 episodes, so you figure if 10 people listen, 16. Yeah, that's a lot of people.
My thing is too, I listen to a podcast for L5R. I'm not subscribed. I just go check it every now and then. Maybe subscribers matter probably. That's how people make money on YouTube. You become more noticeable when you have more subscribers. Your name appears more on the stream, I guess. You know what I'm saying?
I guess.
So if you listen, follow, and then mute it if you don't want to see it. Just give us those follows.
Jeez.
So we have them.
Oh, well, I was only looking on the Podbean, so I haven't looked on YouTube yet.
That's true. And then the YouTube views and downloads are separate, I imagine.
They're 100% separate. I just got to see what the difference is on how many people have actually, how many people actually watched and downloaded. And it's interesting, guys, because the amount of data that gets back from these YouTube channels are pretty crazy. I believe we even have some Aussie listeners as well, which I never would have thought.
Next week I want to do this week coming up. I want to round out our decks. Next week I want to make sure that our decks are ready by the time we do podcast, which should be next Monday. Yeah,
but we can't give out our details before ARG, a week before ARG.
Fine, but we should do deck techs the Monday after ARG if we're not beat.
I guess.
After the ARG.
Oh, after the ARG. Yes.
And then obviously tournament report. I want to write down my opponents' names because I always feel bad. I read tournament reports all the time, and they're always like they have this dude's first and last name, all your matches. I'm like, you had to write that down. There's no way, because half the time I'm playing you for the last 35 minutes. I'm like, dude, what's your name? I have no idea.
So I did it on Pansy as well, but it's interesting because for Bandai, we're not allowed to have any writing materials on the table.
Yeah, but you can do either right before or right after the game.
That's fair.
You can't have it out during the game.
I'm just going to write down on my phone.
I have a note. So I can literally write it on my phone.
Well, fine.
I'm going to probably just tell my opponent, hey, look, I'm going to do a tournament write-up. Is it cool if I use your name? If not, I'll just call you player fucking douchebag because you didn't give me your name. Whatever.
I'm sure everyone will be okay with that, unless you totally OTK them and they just walk away pissed.
My deck can do that.
I know it can.
It won't be first turn because that's not possible in this game, but I can definitely do it in one turn.
We still got to play because there's been times where I feel like you outplay yourself against me.
Yes. That's something. The problem is that I took a break from Dragon Ball during my work change and everything, and I have as many games in. I've been playing Final Fantasy because that was my day off. Is
Playing what? I'm sorry.
Bro. That's enough. And I've been playing L5R, and then the way those games play in combat are so different. So I'm like, I'll push myself. I'll go way more wide than I need to, and it's like real wide. I'm talking about like 4 forwards with fucking 20k double strike, and still somehow don't end the game.
Battle cards, he means, guys. Forwards are Final Fantasy term.
That was on purpose.
Uh-huh.
But somehow I won't end the game. They're at like 3 life when the turn starts. And then at that point, I've used all my resources and I'm dead.
Yes.
But since I've made the changes and played more, I've put a lot more of the counter stuff in. The deck feels a lot more consistent. I'm still running Sword Trunks.
Why?
But because he's so good, dude.
I get it.
When you play him, you're like 30k, I'll draw a card. Triple strike. What do you got? You got something?
Why would you draw a card?
Because you combo with Piccolo out of the
discard. Oh, well, you combo
every
first.
single time.
You combo first, and then that triggers, yes.
Yeah, even if they like negate your attack, you still draw the card.
Yeah, 100%. Get that.
So, it's good. And the deck is all Vegetas and Gokus because they're good.
Yeah, I'm probably going to steer your list. Well, I mean, you do have some kills in there.
Yeah, they're your kills, but
yeah.
She's also a Saiyan, so she works for the other Goku.
Yes, she does. She is.
I'm also, I was really debating taking out the Trunks for the Shoryuken Gohan.
Really?
He just ends the game, dude.
We can try it out. We can test. It's funny how we were going to end the podcast like 10 minutes ago, and we just still talk about Dragon Ball.
This is what people actually want to listen for. They don't want to listen to all the crap we talked about.
Oh, the agenda?
All the shit you talked about Final Fantasy.
What are you talking about, man?
They just want to hear about ideas, decks, thoughts on cards. They want to listen for Dragon Ball. They want a little bit of the store stuff, and then this is my opinion. If I'm wrong, we have a Facebook page. You can tell us.
Exactly.
But
you can tell Tony how much Final Fantasy sucks.
Yo, you can also suck my balls. How about that?
No, don't pick up the cards. Don't. No.
I like this.
Damn it, Tony, you're gonna pick those up.
Anyway,
bastard.
I literally can't throw any of these because they're all like fucking. Anyway, I wanted to build a backup deck. I have to build a backup deck because William's playing.
Yeah. We just got to see. By the way, William is Tony's son, so for those of you guys who've never heard his name before, we just got to see what he likes to play.
He just wants to smash.
Just smash.
Yeah, we're going to build like red with ghost tanks. Like he's just going to...
Smash.
Yo, let's build him actual go tanks.
We could. Like with the actual draft box leader?
Yeah. Because then we could play the event.
Redacted. You guys didn't hear that.
Gee, he's fucking 12.
No, not him. The podcast. Because watch him with...
Yo, just smash with ghost tanks. Like, I suck. You can dress up like a Ghostbuster and just like play Ghost over and over again. Oh man. I was thinking of that as a real deck, but we're gonna probably build that for him because I don't think it's that expensive.
Should we get him like Slimer tokens?
I want to use the Nappa token, the one that the guy made.
Yeah.
So whoever, if he listens, he happens to listen. The guy that made the sweet Ghost Nappa token, that's our picture for our chat group. I made that our picture for our chat group. It's been that way for a
Do you actually
days.
have the actual picture of that? Because I can just order cards like printed like that, foil.
I do. I downloaded it because I wanted to use it as our chat picture.
Oh, then send it to me. We can get that done. I'm sure we can get that done before next.
We should send that guy some if we can find out who it was.
Yep. So, guys, if do us a favor, if you know who that person is, whoever created it, let us know. We can send them something, I guess.
Some ghost tokens?
Some ghost tokens. Maybe some bearded merchandise. I don't know.
Unless he made them, then that just kind of seems rude. Like, if he actually already printed them.
I mean, we're not going to print them out to resell them.
We're not. We're going to use them. Bearded collectible ghost tokens. Even though they're not actually... Team Bearded will be using Ghost Nappa. Also, Ghost Nappa is from Dragon Ball Z Abridged, if you guys didn't know.
Yes. So, anything else, Tony?
I think for real this time, no.
Okay. So, guys, all the apparel's up on the store. You can order hats, t-shirts, hoodies, zipper hoodies, beanies. I'm thinking about adding socks. And for girls, I can get girls' shirts, dresses, yoga pants. Girls, do you guys want to wear bearded yoga pants with my logo on it.
Yo, make sure the beard's placed well, because that would be weird.
Let me know, because I can get that done. I can. There's even baby clothes I can make. I didn't know that this was a thing, but
Bibs, look like a beard.
yeah,
Perfect.
it would be. But the bibs are not available. Mugs, there's. I'm gonna get you a. Oh no, you got a shitty phone. Never mind. I was gonna get you a phone case with bearded collectibles on
I
it.
literally have the newest Samsung phone.
Shitty phone. Anyways.
So I repair phones. Like, that's my job.
Tony,
I want to tell you what happened this weekend for all you iPhone users.
Tony just got triggered.
Apple put out a patch.
Here we go.
I've had, literally in 2 days, 12 people with the same issue.
Here's where the outro song would go into play.
That their phone just crashes and restarts. Mr. Apple. Like, every 15 seconds. And the only way to fix it currently is a hard factory reset.
Really triggered, Tony. Really triggered.
Just saying.
So, like I always say, support your LGS. Otherwise, support the beard. Much love. Expect new information coming out this week when I get the keys. More information about tournaments, release items, Dragon Ball FighterZ. Can't wait for that. Catch you guys on the next time. Grow the beards out. I don't need beard pictures for joining the Team Beard, and ladies are excluded from that. So don't send me pictures, guys. Don't send me nudes.
Unless.
No. You know who I'm talking to. You know.
God damn it, Raul.
Yeah, Raul. You're still banned.
Especially after those pictures.
Damn it. All right. Have a good night, guys.